risks faced by the airline industry without hesitation, repetition, or deviation starting now. IATA underscores a range of economic risks that could destabilize airline profitability, beginning with the broader global economic environment. Although the industry has shown resilience amid high inflation and rising interest rates, sustained economic pressures such as slowed GDP growth in key regions pose significant challenges. The situation in China is particularly notable, with the economy showing signs of transition. Structural shifts are evident as the service sector gains relative strength over manufacturing, alongside high youth unemployment rates and slower overall growth. This evolving economic landscape in China has the potential to impact air travel demand and connectivity across Asia and beyond, given China's influence on global trade and economic networks. In the realm of geopolitical risk, IATA flags the continued impacts of the conflicts in Eastern Europe and the Middle East. Although the operational effects are currently limited to regions directly impacted, any escalation could shift the global economic outlook for airlines, particularly in terms of fuel prices, supply routes, and overall travel sentiment. Heightened conflict could lead to restrictive airspace closures, increased security costs, or disruptions in trade flow, all of which would impact airlines' operating environments and increase uncertainty in international travel markets. Supply chain disruptions are another critical risk factor, continuing to affect airline operations significantly. Delays in aircraft manufacturing and parts availability have hindered capacity expansion and fleet renewal efforts. Unanticipated maintenance issues in specific aircraft and engine types exacerbate the problem, limiting the ability of airlines to expand their fleets as planned. Such disruptions not only impact operational capacity but also place pressure on airlines to manage higher maintenance costs and adapt fleet strategies to mitigate shortages, which could constrain growth amid rising demand. Regulatory risk is another area of concern, as airlines face a growing regulatory landscape that could increase compliance costs. Rising passenger rights regimes, environmental obligations, and accessibility requirements are anticipated to add layers of compliance that impact both cost structures and operational flexibility. As regional environmental initiatives take hold, airlines may encounter stricter emission standards, additional reporting requirements, and operational adjustments that could prove costly. Public policy risks are particularly pronounced in 2024 due to the high volume of national elections worldwide. With more people voting than in any recent year, the potential for shifts in political priorities and governance styles is high. If political agendas pivot away from global trade and cooperative economic policies, airlines could face headwinds in international operations, such as increased tariffs, restricted trade, or policy paralysis in key markets. Polarized politics could also impede the development of policies that facilitate economic growth, which is essential for airlines to expand operations and optimize profitability. Finally, as airlines intensify efforts to decarbonize, IATA emphasizes the importance of the political commitment to sustainability. To achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050, airlines rely on policy support for sustainable aviation fuel development, carbon offset programs, and incentives for adopting new technologies. Any wavering in political determination to meet these environmental targets could delay industry progress and raise long-term operational costs. A weakened policy stance on sustainability could slow down advancements in green technologies and restrict access to crucial funding or regulatory support that airlines need for their decarbonization initiatives. In conclusion, IATA's outlook reflects an intricate blend of economic, geopolitical, supply chain, regulatory, and public policy risks that airlines must navigate in 2024. While the industry shows resilience, the combination of these factors presents a complex risk landscape that could affect both short-term profitability and the sector's long-term strategic goals, particularly around sustainability and capacity growth.